My name's Jatt, working within John Lewis, Oxford Street, just currently overseeing the supply chain side of customer collections. I'm actually a supply chain assistant, but I'm on the Horizon Aspiring to Be programme, which is will hopefully promote me to a manager. We have a lot of different challenges from day to day, whether it's working on a weekend where there's a lot of customer collections to deal with, or whether it's a complaint from a customer. They're very different problems, but nonetheless, there's something which require myself to be really alert and to be able to come up with responses extremely quickly. And that's one thing I really enjoy, is this challenge, and it is providing me with a lot of experience for management. I enjoyed business studies and maths at GCSE stages, and I really enjoyed figures. I was good with figures. I studied A-levels after my GCSEs, did psychology, business studies, computing and maths. And after I finished in 2002, I went to university in City University in London and studied information systems. My family, they always encouraged to stay into education. My sister, she was the eldest in the house. She went to university, did an economics degree, and she actually did motivate me a lot to kind of study. And there was 1-2 stages at university when I was close to kind of dropping out, and she kind of kept me motivated, kept me focused, so that I actually did complete my degree. So she helped me financially, she helped me mentally, just being there for me and providing me with the encouragement I needed, and I'm really grateful for that. That was possibly a turning point, because at the end of the day, I've got my degree, I'm graduated, I was an adult, and I was kind of walking out into the real world of employment, etc. So that was a good point in my life, because at the end of the day, I've seen the difficulties through from the past year. Prior to working at John Lewis, I was actually working in a detention centre, and I was an operational support officer there. And I was working in the visitors department, and every day I'd had to constantly deal with visitors for detainees, and also deal with detainees, and the amount of attitude that you had to deal with, it was extremely high, and it was difficult, and even the atmosphere wasn't really pleasant. And it's a job which needs to be done, so I took it and I did it for about a year, but I did not see myself developing there, and for that reason I had to kind of give him my notice. Here at John Lewis, I just find that the employer just wants you to develop as a person. If you want to push yourself out so far, you want to become something, they encourage you, they support you. When I came into the night team, and I was just an overnight replenishment assistant. Within a couple of weeks, my managers kind of saw my commitment to the cause and the way I went about my work, and they promoted me to team leader, and I've done that for about 11 months. And in November 2008, I got offered a position to kind of oversee customer collections point, which is kind of like a managerial role. I was seconded there. It's just been up and up and up. In 5 years' time, I would want to be working for John Lewis. I'd want to be in a management role. At the moment, I'm on the Aspiring to Be programme, so that's getting me there a few stages. So I need to kind of just complete the programme and also stay where I'm at. But definitely within John Lewis in a management role, that's where I would like to be. You'll have bad times every time. Certain days there'll be bad days. For example, you'll be stressed at work, or you might have unpleasant experiences at work, whether it's a customer complaint or dealing with some type of conflict. And the one thing is, my nieces, whether I see a picture of them or whether I go home and because I live with my brother, and they're there, they just make me kind of forget, and I can hit a reset button where all that trouble you can kind of put into perspective. Work is important, but it's not as important to myself as my family. And my nieces, just kind of, they epitomise that.